guys, it's Amy, and I wanted to do a couple tutorials showing you how to gift wrap. I'm sure a lot of you may already know, but I thought for those who are having trouble gift wrapping and want a little guide, I thought I would do that for you. I used to work for Hudson's Gift Wrap a long time ago, back before Macy's owned it and before Marshall Field's, when it was actually still Hudson's. And so I worked there and I learned a couple tricks, and I thought it would be fun to share with you guys. I wanted to do this back at Christmas time, but I wasn't back and ready to actually, sorry about the glare there, I wasn't able to do blogs at that time yet, so, but I'm glad to be sharing with you now. I know summertime is coming. There's going to be lots of baby showers. I have that upside down. There's going to be lots of baby showers, and they're going to be going to spring parties or 4th of July parties, and it's nice to take a gift that's wrapped beautifully. So I'm going to show you two different papers with the same ideas, just maybe switching our ribbon choices. So let's get started. So I'm going to just, for the sake of fun, I couldn't find anything else to wrap, I'm just going to wrap a movie. But what you want to do, I know a lot of times the traditional method of wrapping is just doing this and taping it and doing the ends like normal. But the way that I do it, that I was taught when I was learning to do gift wrap there, and I've got a lot of extras on the ends here, so I'd probably cut that down some, but I wanted to make sure you'd be able to see everything okay. So what you do is you put this up, and you want to make sure there's enough to come over. You just bring a little bit up over the edge and make a crisp line, and then you're going to tape one piece here, and then you're going to take this piece and fold it all the way over to the end and along the edge of the box. Whether you're doing a shoe box or a huge shirt box, whatever you're working on, you do the same way. You're just going to make a crease here, and then you're going to pick this up, and that crease you made you'll fold over. And now you're coming right now. Sometimes you're lucky enough where your paper will line up. That doesn't happen very often. But let me make sure you really want to pull this and make sure it's snug. That'll give you the best line. And now your paper is perfectly matched to the edge of your box. And I think I'm going to just pull this up just a wee bit. Now you could leave it like that, but I'm going to actually cut some of this off just so we don't have so much excess on the inside. You wouldn't have to do this. It makes for a prettier package though when the person is opening it. So we'll do that. And we're going to take this, put one piece here, and now we're going to do the ends. This first end I'll probably do, and then I'll flip it up so you can see it. But basically you're just taking the ends, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to get so close there, and you're just wanting to make sure you really get this all the way, like just push this in. Make sure you're getting really close to the edges. And then you make just a crisp, I'm so sorry guys, I'm so close. It'll be easier once I get this turned. And I can actually set this on the bottom. And then what you're going to do, because of the way we've done the end, is you're actually going to fold this over. So let me cut these off a little bit. And then this can come down. And you'll have a lot easier time when you're actually doing just like a regular size box. Smaller boxes tend to be a little bit harder. And this box, because it's a CD box, is a little squishy. So that makes it not quite as easy. So now you should be able to see. So you're going to take just the middle, and you're going to fold it in. And then you're going to make the creases coming up from the sides here. This side too. Crease and crease. Now you've got this extra little side here, so you're just going to fold that in. We're going to cut this little top section off. And then you're just going to tuck everything in. And because the box is so shallow, you just want to, fold this in and then fold it up towards the edge. And try to make it, you know, match somewhat to the other side, just to make it a little even. And then you're going to turn your box over and you're going to make all your edges crisp. This is going to give your box a perfectly crisp shape. And so now I'm going to show you how to do the ribbon. So this is for a, obviously for a baby. And if you try to find a paper that can go for a boy or a girl, it'll last you a little bit longer. That's, you know, just obvious. But what I'm going to use is tooling. And I bought this at Hobby Lobby where I work. But you could get it anywhere. I would actually prefer it to be thinner. And I know I could cut it, but it's really a pain to cut, you know, to make it look right and not all ragged. So I just kind of pull it together. And I'm going to come across here. And you don't need the ends to be too long, just long enough that you'll be able to tie the bow that we're going to make off. I think the next time I do this wrapping tape, I'll make sure my camera's up higher so my hands aren't too much in the video. I'm sorry about that. Now I'm going to be tying this off to the side because I'm going to be adding something here. So, and I'm just tying it into a knot. I'm not worrying about, you know, a bow or anything yet. So that's that. And then what you're going to do, and then again, if possible, try scrunching this up just so it's not so fat. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this, let me move this out of the way so I can give you a better view, is you're going to just take a loop here, and I'm going to make this kind of small. So I got 2 loops here. Let me just show you here, right? So then I'm going to do a loop here and another loop here. I'm going to do one more. Now you could do as many of these you want. Now the more you do, the bigger your bow is going to be. But I don't want the bow to be too big just because the package isn't very big. So I'm probably going to stop there. And because the ribbon is so wide, I don't want to have to deal with a lot of fluff, especially if it's for a boy. But, you know, because the present's really for the mother, it would be okay if you wanted to put an extra, if you wanted to make it real fluffy. Because, you know, obviously the present is for the mother. So so what you're going to do is you're going to take the ribbon that you just made and put it over the bow, or where you just tied the knot, and then just take these over. This takes a little practice, but if you can have somebody help you, you're just going to tie these right on. I'm not going to tie it too tight because I want to undo this and show you another technique. So now what you're going to do, and you'll want to make sure you do tie this very tight before you start this next process, otherwise you'll completely undo your bow. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually take your fingers and you're just going to puff out the ribbon. So let me just go through this real quick. Because the ribbon is so wide, this is making a little bow is gonna look really big because of how wide the ribbon is. Okay. And so you can already see how full the ribbon's getting just by making that little bow. You've got this huge puff thing here. So let me get this side real quick just so you can get the full effect. Let me try to get this out of the way. I don't want to totally cut it down since I'm going to be showing you another thing you can do with a ribbon. So alright. So as you can see, this is a really cool way to add a little texture and a little pizzazz to your package. Okay, so I'm not going to undo all of them, but I think you get the picture. And then what I'm going to do is you could take, I think you should add a little bit of your scrapbooking into your presents, because it means something special. It will mean something special to the person you're giving it to, and it's a little bit of yourself. So this is an image I created a while ago, but you could actually just put this on here with pop dots and let it sit up off the top. You could have a little tag popping out with the mother's name, or, you know, for whatever occasion it is. But let me show you what else you can do with the ribbon here real quick. If you have enough time where you can actually decide which kind of paper you'd like and what kind of bow, you can actually then color whatever image you're wanting. If you're wanting to actually put an image on there, you can match your colors of your wrapping paper and bow to whatever you're coloring, and that way you'll have a color matched perfectly. You know, I don't have every color under the rainbow, unfortunately, with my Copics, but I do have a lot of blues, and these colors are colors I happen to have quite a bit of. So she just fits perfectly on here, and this would be fun for a girlfriend, birthday, or just a special gift. This one I'm actually going to put the bow just right around the tooling here instead of mixed in the tooling. Go ahead and do this real quick. I find for those of you that have trouble tying any kind of knots, you know, so they don't get loose, what I tend to do is I make sure as I'm tying them that they're straight, which this one's not wanting to do. And then I generally just put my hand right here on the knot, and then I bring this up and this over, and I just make sure I don't let up any pressure on that knot until it's close down to my hand. And I'll sometimes switch and then pull it through. And that's how I keep things pretty tight. And now when I go to actually tie that bow on here, it'll make this all go together, so it won't be all loose and clumpy. So for this one, since this is for a girl and it's not, you don't have to worry if it's for like a baby shower for a boy, I'm going to make this bow fairly big. And so and you can make them like ridiculously big too if you want. It's fun, especially if you have a friend that's a real girly's girl and she enjoys, you know, things like that. Just going to do it a few more times here. Cut it off. And then this time I am going to tie it good just so I can, what I could also do if I wanted to is tie this one up and around it too. And that way I've involved that ribbon in both ways, and nothing's going to fall off. So let me open this up for you. I think I'll cut these down first just to get rid of them a bit. I don't like to cut these all the way down because it'll add in. I try to just cut them about the length that I know though once they're open where they'll be. It adds a little bit more texture to it, so it's not just, you know, cut off all the way to the end. So go through and open all these. And I think for tooling, which is fairly inexpensive, because we sell tulle at Hobby Lobby, and it's anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99. $4.99 are usually the ones that have the glitter in it. You get a lot of tulle. I've had this thing of tulle, I'd say at least 3 years. And I don't use it a whole lot, but I've had it, and there's still a lot on there. So this tulle really lasts quite a while. So it's kind of a bang for your buck. And it's so fun, especially if you want to do something that's very feminine and fun. So let me just keep going around getting these all open. What's this one? Just pull them till you like how they look. Like this one, I don't like that sticking out, so I'll actually go in and cut it just a little bit shorter. You don't want the ends to take away the notice from the bow, but you don't want them to just be out there all raggedy either. Then you can kind of just puff it up. Now, depending on my mood, I'd probably leave these long, not that long. I wish it wasn't so bright in here. I think it'd be easier to see. Anyway, so I'd probably just, you know, snip them off maybe here, do little crooked corners, or, but since this isn't a gift I'm going to give to anybody, I'm going to not cut them. We'll just kind of flip them underneath. That way I don't have to worry about them. Then I can put her on the side here. And your tooling might be so big that it covers her, but that's okay. She'll still be the main point, and you can put little to and from on there. They just make such sweet gifts. I hope you guys, this helped you guys, and I am going to be doing some more here within the next week, so hope you guys have a great evening.